My name is Dr. George Hanna. I'm an optometrist in Oakville, Ontario, and I see patients every day helping them with things as simple as glasses and contacts to treating eye diseases and managing their symptoms and making sure that their visual outcomes are as good as possible. Before using GoReminders, one of the biggest challenges we had was patients not showing up to their appointments, saying they never received their phone call or never got their notification to come. The other challenge we had was simply reaching out to patients. So a lot of people don't want to pick up their phones. It seems like we're in an era where people would prefer a text message or an email. So they would see the numbers, screen it, and just not answer and not call back. So before using GoReminders, this was a brand new practice. So we weren't using any sort of technology like texting or email. It was simply just trying to call the patients to confirm their appointments that way. It was pure and simple, just phone calls. Any appointment slot that's taken by a patient, of course, is valuable time for myself and for them and for my staff. So anytime appointments were missed, that was time that was wasted, and to be frank, it was income that was lost because it was a time slot that could have been filled by a patient, but unfortunately would remain empty. So we would sit there and wait for the next patient to come in. Manual phone calls would take up a lot of time, from dialing the phone number, waiting for them to ring, to pick up and having that conversation. And it usually ended up being a much longer conversation than it needed to be to simply confirm an appointment. Time was definitely a big factor. I would say in an average day, it's probably at least 20 to 30 minutes worth of time in an 8-hour day, which is a significant amount of time that can be used for something else. In terms of income, with each patient that's lost, you're looking from somewhere from $100 to $200 worth at a minimum that's lost. So multiply that by 3, 4, 5 patients not showing up in a day, that adds up quite quickly. I was just simply looking for automated text reminder system. And I tried a couple of ones before this one. I don't remember which ones they were, but this one just seemed to be the most user-friendly for someone who's not into technology all that much. So it was just a simple software to use, and it was very effective. It was very affordable at the time too, especially given that it was a new practice. So I didn't have hundreds and hundreds of dollars per month to spend on something that I wasn't sure was going to work at first, but now I know that it does work. Once I started using GoReminders, we did notice that patients were thankful that it was a text message or email system, so that they didn't have to pick up the phone right away and can respond at a time that was suitable for them. So since starting to use GoReminders, I've definitely seen growth in my practice. One of the best features is the ability to book appointments online without having to pick up the phone. Again, people don't really want to talk on the phone as much these days. So the ability to pick, I want this appointment, or if this doesn't work, I want that one. That feature was really great. So it gave my patients flexibility, and it brought a lot of new patients. And many have said, if you didn't have an online booking system, I wouldn't be here. So they were looking for the quickest and easiest way to book an appointment. And because, again, it was a new practice, I was doing a lot of these things myself, even on my own time at home. So it's definitely saved me a lot of time that I can spend, for leisurely activities, spending time with my family, with my wife, with my kids. And so it's saved me a lot of time and effort as well.